All right, what's going on, team? Mr. Ropke here, coming at you from the home office. I just want to spend a few minutes talking about what this video series is and isn't. Now, again, one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because we have something like 80% of the recommended time to actually take this course over 2 years, so we need to be as efficient as possible. And my thinking is that you don't really need me to explain the basics to you. You might already know some of them. You can read the book on your own. You can watch any number of other video series out there to help you figure that stuff out. You need me to help you get from whatever level you can achieve on your own to some higher level of understanding. So I'm going to produce a series that's specifically tied to our textbooks so that you can follow it sequentially throughout the 2 years. It's going to be low production quality, admittedly. This is my first time at this, but hopefully it's going to be worth it for you. I promise when I have links to other better videos from outside sources that I'll share those with you as well. So what am I doing here? These videos are definitely not intended to give you an expert level knowledge of the material. If your goal is to score a 7 on the exam, you need to do way more than just watch these. Likewise, if you're a senior watching these videos to review in May, you can almost definitely spend your time better doing something else. The intention here is to give you just an introductory video and audio presentation of the core concepts found in the textbooks. And they need to be watched before our respective lessons on those topics. In class, we'll go over the more challenging problems and applications, but I need you to have the basics down before we go into those. And again, you're not going to have basic questions on the exam. In these videos, I'll present mathematics found in a given section of the textbook, and I'll explain some of the example problems that they offer and probably even do some of the easier exercises as well. Additionally, I'm going to offer shortcuts and alternative methods if I know any, sometimes maybe some historical context as well. I'm also going to verbally correct any of the errors that are found in the textbook, which honestly, there's more than you might expect, certainly more than you'd want. If you're not interested in watching any of these videos, don't worry. You can get like 90% of what I have to say just by a good reading of the textbook. Now, what's a good reading? And what's a good watching of these videos? Well, you've got to be actively engaged. I don't know who said it first, but there's a quote out there that says mathematics is not a spectator sport. And there's a good reason that countless students have told me and other math teachers around the world that they understand everything in class, but they just blank on the exams. It's not some vague idea of math phobia or an unfair curriculum. See, lots of students think they understand something because it makes sense when they read a solution to a problem or when they watch someone else do it. But because they haven't actually thought about it deeply themselves, they haven't had an opportunity to actually learn the material thoroughly. A good metaphor I once heard was that, like, you ever notice how you can sing along to a song when you're listening to it, but if you had to sing it all by yourself, you might forget some of the lyrics? It's the same idea there. So whether you're reading the book or you're watching these videos or even just sitting in my class, I need you to do more than just nod your head along, even if you think it makes perfect sense to you. Write the stuff down. See if you can come up with the next step by yourself. And if not, continue and then see what the next hint is. Active learning is going to be the key to success in mathematics. I promise you, there isn't a good math teacher on earth who would disagree with that statement. Anyway, dive into the lesson. Just try not to fall behind in the series because then class time is going to be a bit of a waste for you. I hope you enjoy these videos as well as taking the course with me.